Greetings, all. Shardvixen here. Okay, so I had to change cameras. The other one's giving me problems. So hopefully this is what it is. I mean, it's not straight on, so it is just what it is. Anyway, so this is our flour, detergent, water mixture. And the orange turned out alright, but the yellow and the red are already orangey. So now let's see what happens when I do the green. Oh, it's kind of a good green. I mean, you can still feel the grit from the cornstarch stuff. But I like that. I mean, I prefer this one to the other one. Which was the starch one. I prefer this to the liquid starch. I didn't like the liquid starch. It was too sticky for me. And I'm not a real tactile person, but I'm a tactile person and I don't like sticky. Alright, so now we're going to do, let's get this over here. You're going to have a lot of me reaching over, but I should edit that. Right, then this and this. I just don't think this purple is going to turn out as a really good purple because that red is so orangey. Yeah. So what I see of that is a more gray, almost black color. Let's look on here yeah, see, it's not. So that's just a color problem. That's not a thing. So, but I gotta scrape this because I can't have this thick. So we're gonna do some textural shit. It looks like and feels like gravy. So, oops. Sticky everywhere. Sticky. Stop that. And I gotta be careful because the page, right, paper gets too wet. Let's go this way. Bum. Okay, so, and the paper's starting to get really worn there, so I gotta be careful of that too. Alright. I'm wondering when this dries though, how does that work? Like, does the flour get flaky? So this will be an interesting event. Let's go this way. That blue was so pretty though. I really like the blue. Okay, let's go this way. And then this way. I'm doing this because I will be making, things out of this paper, so I want a more interesting look to it. Let's take one of our pages here. Okay, so the colors again are kind of muted so far. It's a heavy paint, so you have to decide. I would use a heavier paper, of course, having not done this before. I get a lot of this weird stuff, like skin peeling stuff. I don't think it's skin, but you know what I mean. It's like the paper and the thing. So that's pretty. I mean, that turned out nice. That's a nice looking thing. So I'm going to put that one up. Let's do another one over here. I'll make a double one though. So we'll put that one there. So I think this would be a nice textural paint. I mean, they're all textural, but I mean, I think this would be a really nice paint for, I'd like to see if you could use it as a paste. So I'm going to go and get some stuff for that and we'll see. I've got some interesting stuff going on that paper towel, that's for sure. You know how I am. Save the paper towels. Okay, so we're going to lift that one up. And then we're going to stick it right here. See what happens. Ooh, squeezies. I got squeezies going on. They're oozing. So I don't know if it's the flour or the cornstarch tempera. or what that's causing that dusty feel to it, but something is. Now that's really, so I would do a lot of this stuff with this. I mean, it's just spectacular for that, I think. Again, though, we'll have to wait and see what happens when it dries. Ah, yeah, look at that. That's pretty. Okay, so that's for this. That's this paint. This is the flour detergent paint. I'm going to try something else. I'll be back. So, not completely, but somewhat. Okay, so we're going to try. I want to see what happens. We won't see what happens till later, but I was just curious. So, I'm going to put this here. Okay, I'm going to pull it up. Maybe this thing likes to stick a lot, apparently. Okay, well, that was a bit messy. Let's try it again. All right, well, it's a messy one. Let me see something. I've got 2 pages here. So, I'm not really seeing a rise. Like, I mean, it's not a big rise. It's a rise, but it's not a big rise. So, that's pretty. Let's see. Okay, that turned out pretty cool. Look at that. What do you guys think? Now, you can see me on this. I forget I'm not with the other plant thing. So we could do another one. We'll do a rainbow. Let's do red. Okay, and then we do the then we do the yellow. And then we do the blue. Now, I think this paint, personally, because of the food coloring I used in it, would make a good tinting. You could tint your pages. Well, see, because of the food coloring. So you could tint that. Let's see what happens when I do this. Look, so that's kind of cute. I like that. So we could do a lot of different stencils. I got lots of stencils I could use. So I guess that would be good for that stenciling portion. Not for the clumpy. You couldn't clump it out. It doesn't look like. If I used bigger stencils, maybe that would work. Then I guess I would do this. You could do this though. I'm wondering, you know, since I let that sit, if I pull this out, will it show a flower in there? Nope, did not show a flower. I do like that though, this part right there. I don't like the red. I'm not sure about the yellow. I don't see a whole lot of mixture going on in between the stencil part of it, so I'm gonna have to think about that. If I like it. Let me see if I can find another stencil, a bit different one that we can play with real quick. Alright, well, while I was gone, let's figure out something I'd do first. Okay, so we'll put a little bit of the blue on. I'll just put my hand in it. I don't have anything underneath this. I should have something underneath. But we'll have one of these. Well, really, that's not. We're making ocean waves. I probably should have my own stencils right now, but I don't have any that I like that I want to use. I have stamps, but not stencils. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put these two together like this. And then we'll wipe this. I'm going to wipe it. I'm going to wipe it. It's going to work, I promise. Got to hold it. I just like that texture. Not to fail. So see, I think that this is a really good paint for this. Okay, so then we're going to do that. And then I'm going to put this on there. I'm going to add this. I should make a streak stencil. Okay. Chickens can hear me. They're not mine, but they can hear me. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so put another one here. And then we're going to do this. Which will end up on my table here. That's pretty. I mean, you can't say that's not pretty, because that's pretty. Alright? That turned out really nice. Not really finger painting though. Right? But it's pretty. So I like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's try a different one. See if we like it just as much. Okay, so we can do it on this. Let's try a different background though. And I need a different paper towel, I'm thinking, pretty soon. Let's try yellow. I don't know how well it's going to turn out though for pages. You know, like, I don't know if this is going to work, how this paint's going to work afterwards, but that sure is pretty. I like that one over there. I'll be using that in that ocean one I'm making. Okay, so I'm going to put these back because I want to use this one. Wait, let's do this. Let's do an upward, an upward, an upward. I think if you got brushes out, you could probably get a better textural thing going on with that. Yep. Be careful when you use your things here because they like to go one way or another sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that texture there. So I like it. And I don't want to use the waves though. We're not gonna use those. We're gonna use this one. And we're going to use first red. Now I think if you had sponges, this would work just as well. Or brushes. Would be my guess. We can try it another time if you guys like it. Leave a comment and I can try the brushes with it. Or you can try the brushes and share it. Share your video with me. Because that'd be cool too. Alright, there you go. That was cool. Alright, so then we're going to do another one. Up. Okay, and then I'm going to So I like the feel of this really, really a lot. So it's easy to make. Just flour and detergent and water. So, I mean, that's, can't get any easier than that, I guess. The cornstarch one, you need to cook it, so it's not as easy, I guess. And you know, when you get lots of paint in places, you should just share it. Share it with everything. There you go. Look at that. Okay. Now it's a heavy paint, so I can feel it on my paper. It's pretty heavy. But that's pretty. I mean, that turned out nice. Alright. Okay, well that's it for this. Maybe I'll make one more. One more. Again with the primary colors. Let's do a red back. We did a blue back. Let's do a red back. I gotta move this though. And then we'll do, that'll be it. And I'll be doing a cornstarch one in a little bit. So you guys don't get to see those until later. Okay, so one more. While my other camera's charging. This also gets me an idea to look at which cameras I like better than which camera. I want to see how it does on my brown paper though, because I got a plan for my brown paper. So let's pull that out. Oops, I dropped one. Sorry, I'll get it later. I gotta clean these all up a little bit. Alright, so we want to do red, a red, right? We did the blue, we did the yellow. Yep, we're going to do a red background. Okay, so it turns out nice on this paper. Still very kind of thick, but nice. Than most. My paper towel's been seeing better days here. Okay. So I'm going to do this. That's the texture we're doing, is the swirls. There's a reason for that. Share it over here on this other piece of paper we got going on. Alright, so we're going to do these circles. I like the circles. So let's do blue first. And this is just playing with the primary colors, you know. That's all I'm doing here, is playing with primary colors. And making messes. Making messes, because that's the fun part. I got something going on with my paper towel here, I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm going to pull it this way, purposely. Those are files, I didn't realize that. Alright, so they got blotchy, because I wasn't as careful as I probably should be. But we're going to go this way now, and we're going to put yellow in there, see what happens. Yellow, of course, still being the brightest of the bunch. Not really, I mean yellow. Never mind. Okay. We'll go this way with it first, and then this way. Right, because we want that striped texture to be there. Alright, and then we'll lift it up. There you go. So on the brown, not as pretty of course, but it still works. You can see it. Texturally wise, I think that it's not as good on brown. I don't know if I would do that. I want to make a rainbow. Well, I have pages with my hands to use it last of my paint here, so this is going to be that, just a typical rainbow. Okay, we gotta add this here. And this up above it. Get more of a orange in the middle. So, this works well. I would use the, unless you can get that cornstarch tempera to get really powdery, I would use the food coloring with it. Otherwise, it's not gonna mix well. Okay, This poor paper towel has seen better days. That's for dang sure. But they'll dry, and I use them too. So we'll move him someplace else. Okay, we need to do the blue. Okay, so you see a little bit of green going on in there. Blue's more overpowering, of course, than that yellow. Blue's just overpowering. There, you know. But we'll see how this all dries out and texture-wise works. Something to play with at another day. All right. Okay, so one last thing, and then I'm going to go, and that'll be it. Actually, that's it for me on this, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.